Some quick news briefs from TV1.
Starting next year, Aetna, the nation's third largest health insurer, will scale back its involvement in the Affordable Care Act. Aetna will only offer Affordable Care Act plans in 4 states instead of the current 15. The company says it's losing hundreds of millions of dollars because Affordable Care Act policyholders turn out to be sicker and costlier than expected. They also blame the rising cost on specialty drugs. The cuts come after United Health and Humana announced they were pulling back their own exchanges for 2017. Aetna will still offer individual policies outside of the Affordable Care Act, but his was interesting. It was in April where the CEO of Aetna said that the Affordable Care Act was good for the company, but now they've changed their mind. Obama supporters say it has to do with the fact that the Obama administration is blocking the Aetna mega merger. We'll see if that's the case.
We should have gone to single payer because these guys, these insurance companies are more than happy to attempt to sabotage the Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act, so that they can go right back to doing what they were doing before. Single payer would have put these guys out of business, and we should have insisted on it, and we should have told the Republicans to go to hell instead of trying to get their support. And when they bailed on us, we should have turned around and had a bill ready to go to single payer. But, you know, history is, hindsight is 20/20.
Looks like former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani's memory is getting a little rusty. He apparently forgot that the September 11th terror attacks happened under President George W. Bush. On Monday, Giuliani spoke at a Donald Trump campaign event with vice presidential candidate nominee Mike Pence in Youngstown, Ohio. Before Pence came out, Giuliani told the crowd terrorists failed to successfully attack the U.S. in the 8 years prior to President Obama taking office. Really?
Hired many lawyers. By the way, under those 8 years, before Obama came along, we didn't have any successful radical Islamic terrorist attack in the United States. They all started when Clinton and Obama got into office.
Really? 9/11 took place. Okay, so here's what's interesting. Giuliani said that, well, he typically shortens and abbreviates his thoughts when he gives a speech. This is the guy who has been writing 9/11 and mentions it at every turn in every speech since. Okay, Rudy, that was a good one. All right, folks, the Baltimore.
Yeah, Rudy Giuliani is a racist prick. And he has the nerve to say that he shortens his speeches, and he's been living on 9/11 ever since it happened. But he's got the nerve to say that there's been no successful terrorist attack on the nation until Obama got here. Yeah, right. That just shows, how partisan this asshole is.
Police lieutenant and union leader has been suspended after sending an email to the entire police force referring to Black Lives Matter protesters as thugs. According to Baltimore media, Lieutenant Victor Gearhart sent the email Sunday night after demonstrators chained themselves to the Hyatt Regency Baltimore Hotel. They were protesting the 4-day Maryland Fraternal Order Police Conference. 12 folks were arrested Sunday afternoon for trespassing. Gearhart then sent an email that said, quote, "By now you have seen that the thugs from BLM and other similar groups have attempted to disrupt the state FOP convention being held at the Hyatt Regency Hotel." Well, today was check-in day with activities spread over the next 3 days, so expect more bad behavior from the thugs of Baltimore. On the bright side, maybe they will stop killing each other while they are protesting us, end quote. Gearhart is the first vice president of the Fraternal Order of Police Lodge 3 in Baltimore. The Baltimore Sun reports the 33-year veteran is known for making controversial comments. A spokesperson says Gearhart's comments are not representative of the department. But this email scandal comes less than a week after the Department of Justice released a scathing report proving the Baltimore Police Department routinely discriminates against black folks and uses excessive force.
How come we can't get Sheriff David Clark suspended? Because he said that much or worse, and on mainstream media, Fox, etc. So, I mean, what this guy said was bad, but what Clark has said in the past is worse. Is there any way we can get him suspended?
Homeowner in Mounds, Oklahoma, just south of Tulsa, thought putting nooses in a tree was a great way to keep burglars away. Of course, that plan backfired when residents quickly protested the display. Merle Martindale, who is refusing to go on camera, says he's been a victim of crime as of late. So he had the bright idea of putting up 3 nooses with a sign that reads, quote, "I advise you not to hang around here after dark." Martindale says the display is not meant to be racist, but others say it's a message of hatred.
He got the right to do whatever he want to do. He got the right to feel the way he want to feel. But I got the right to be angry about it too, and I'm angry.
It's humiliating. It's discrimination. America shouldn't put up with it.
The sheriff says the display does not break any laws. Martindale's wife told reporters her husband has taken down the display. Vanderbilt University in Nashville, Tennessee is taking a big step to cut its ties with Confederate past. The university plans to remove the word Confederate from the Confederate Memorial Residence Hall. The school is agreeing to pay the United Dollars of the Confederacy $1.2 million for the removal. That's because the group contributed $50,000 for the building's construction and naming rights in 1935.
I think the students of color are incredibly uncomfortable. And I think it is painful for many of them to walk past a building that has that name up there.
We can be at peace that the outside of the house reflects the soul on the inside of the house that we've been practicing for a long time.
They arrived at the $1.2 million because of when, based upon the $50,000, a judge ruled in this lawsuit more than 10 years ago that if you looked at present day dollars, that $50,000 donation would amount to $1.2 million. Anonymous donors had given the money over several years in order to meet this settlement, so it won't come out of the university's general fund. Folks, coming up next.
All right, so that's some quick clips from the News One Now Roland Martin show.